Good morning, welcome to Morning Outlook. This is Kim speaking on Tuesday the 17th of March. So looking at the euro dollar first, and well, yesterday eventually saw an update, a late bounce. Today, well, it would appear that we're running south again, running to the downside, maybe back towards the high lows of yesterday, potentially maybe further. Now as you come down this time frame a little bit, you just see how choppy it has become since last week. Actually, it looked okay yesterday when I was in a position. We went short yesterday and got our target, but it has gone rather choppy looking. Now as I bring it down to the 60 minute, you see there's a trend line that's running across, which is just about to be tested. Now if this was to get broken, well, we could be down towards that S1. We may get sell opportunities. Just a reminder, of course, with the volatility that we're now seeing, you would need to put much bigger stops on there than you would have a month or so ago. So it has some really nice potential in terms of movement. I'm wondering though whether this will start turning around a little bit. It's a bit early, it's before 8 o'clock, and sometimes you get these moves a little early. They completely reverse, but we'll see. As I said, to break that trend line, well, it still gives the opportunity down to that S1 area. Yesterday's lows first, of course. Looking at the pound on dailies, well, yesterday it didn't even gain what it gave back everything, and it's continuing to run south at the moment. It really is. Every time you see any retracement, it sells off quite quickly, much quicker than the euro was yesterday. Range wise, well, you can see the way it's chopping within it. You've got to just again be really careful. Stop placement if you're trading this. My preference is still to the downside. These pivots are slightly wrong. Let me just correct the pivots if I can. Get them set up on a... Oh, they're right. Beg pardon, time range is right. So your range yesterday was quite tight. So bounce off this this level here of 21.74 sort of zone may give it a run back towards that daily pivot, but as I say, it struggled on the downside. It hasn't even hit its 60.21 a lot of the time here. It's got close to it. You see it's just got near it and then just moved away from it, but we'll see. At the moment it still looks bearish, so retracements may be the best thing to wait for, and just selling those retracements. Okay, yen was a bit awkward yesterday. It was selling off at one stage, or the pound was the dollar was rallying at one stage, and then it's so we saw a sell off. Now we're seeing it rally again. It's still got a gap to fill up the highs there. Now I'm not totally convinced either way with this. It is one of the softer currencies in real terms. If things get back to anything like a bit of a normal market, I could see the yen moving quite significantly to the dollar yen to the upside, but for now it's quite a difficult one. Maybe up to its R1 this morning or today at some stage, and maybe eventually that gap fill with that 60 minute 500. Don't particularly like it, but it seems to be running that way at the moment. Aussie dollar, weakness prevails right the way through. It just keeps on running. So again, this is a case of looking for selling into retracements. It's very soft at the moment, and pretty much sums things up. It's just looking for a retracement to sell into. Again, well, here the 21s had a bit, and even the 34s come into play. Maybe it's time for a bit of a move towards the 60-50. I was just looking, there's been a divergence across these lows effectively with the MACD. It's really, well, maybe it's a sort of a multiple divergence sitting across here, across numerous times. Maybe we'll see a bit of a correction to the upside on some of these markets, so there is the potential. I'm just wary that we've sold off so much. We've seen the dollar rise so much, and maybe it will give a little bit back. So there we go. News wise today, We've got UK employment data at 9:30. That's expected to expected to come in around about 3% the average earnings. I think that's going to be taking a killing in the next few months. So, but for now, that will be watched quite closely. Average earnings there, but I don't think inflation is going to be a player in these markets coming, whether it was high or low. I think people understand that the circumstances have changed from norm. Later on, we've got German economic sentiment again. Some data out there which I don't think is going to have a massive change on things. We've got the EU economic summit continuing. We started this yesterday. This is via satellite. We'll see what comes of that, and comments coming through from that. Aside of that, we've got some US retail, core retail sales and retail sales at 12:30. Canadian data at 12:30 as well. Again, all this data, it's how much it'll really move these markets, I think, is going to be negligible compared to the current circumstances that sort of we're with or facing at the moment. So that's it for me. I wish you a good day, safe day. Take care. Bye for now.